Susanna, we're here at Templefields House in Harlow, and you're a resident here with your partner and 2 children.
Yeah.
But can you take us back in Purfleet in Thurrock and what happened there that brought you over a number of years to come here?
We was living in Purfleet at Templefields Close. The landlord wanted his property back after 3 years of living there, and we couldn't afford the rent at that time because he put the rent up. I was 8.5 months pregnant. He took it to court and we received a letter saying that we had to get out.
And so then, is there a problem there that you're probably going to, have you made yourself technically homeless or anything like that?
We always had the housing benefit directly paid to the landlord. But the landlord stated that we was in rent arrears of £4,000, but we had both rent accounts from the council and the landlord, and the council showed that they were paying the full amount to the landlord, but the landlord's figures were missing.
Oh,
and he left and went to Thailand.
So 8.5 months pregnant, homeless, what happened next?
I got told that I was due to have an emergency caesarean, which frightened the life out of me. So I didn't want to wait for bailiffs, and because they said it could be a matter of six to 8 weeks before the bailiffs turn up. So I packed my stuff and I left the property and went to my aunt's house.
How did that go?
It was okay for a little while. It was okay, and I had my son, and tension started rising, and maybe because we was all under one roof, but.
And from Brentwood, you came to Harlow.
Yes.
So whereabouts in Harlow, and how did that go initially?
I had to refer myself, and because Brentwood Council wouldn't help me, so I had to refer myself to her at social services, and Harlow and at social services, and found me this place here. And without a doubt, it was either that or being sleeping in my car with my kids and my partner. So we paid the deposit and got a room here.
But when you're not at Oasis Hotel first?
Yes, they tried to get us in the Oasis Hotel, which I couldn't be there because of the drugs, the violence, knowing that I had a newborn baby, and they told me I had to go out in the back garden during the night and go to the kitchen.
So when you came here, is that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
How was it 2 years ago? And can you compare it to how you feel it is now?
Oh, definitely. 2 years ago, I couldn't wait to get out of this place. I wanted to leave. There was drugs going on, there was alcoholics here, causing complete disruption to everyone's lives here. There was fights, there was rows. We even had a bloke opposite us, which was an alcoholic, tried to set a light to his flat. My kids were frightened. Well, my daughter was. She was frightened at the time. The old team left and a new team came in to manage the place. And since then, people have gone. This place, it's lovely. It's quiet. Everyone's respectful, happy. There's no problem here. I can't even remember the last time I saw police here.
And so you have 2 children, and one of the children, we won't name the school, but goes to a school a few miles away.
Yeah,
is that a problem, getting your child to school?
Yeah, it is, because for me it's not, because I drive. So I drive to work, but knowing the council told me to give up my job to get my child to school because my partner doesn't drive, and there was no form of way of getting her to school, the council suggested that I had to put my daughter in a taxi by herself. And I refused that because in my eyes that's too dangerous, and she's far too young to be in a taxi by herself, and they wouldn't allow my partner to be with her. So they told me the only option is to quit my job and find a job up here, and so I can take my daughter to school. And I've had no choice, and I've had to give up my career for that.
But your daughter's happy at school?
She loves it. Can't get her away from it.
And how do you feel about, one of the things also, you are in the middle of an industrial estate. Do you feel like you're in the middle of an industrial estate?
No, I don't, because you might get the odd lorries drive past and stuff like that, but that's no different to any other road or motorway that you see with all jam-packed with lorries and whatsoever. Around here, you're completely safe. There's, as you can see outside, there's nice fencing. You've got massive gates out there that are constantly locked, and especially the weekend, they're always locked. And the kids are absolutely safe. You don't really see much traffic out there. It's quiet.
Some cynical people might say, "Oh, you've just been put up by Carradon as a model, sort of token person who's happy." But do you think?
Oh hell no! I'll say it how it is, and at the end of the day, and if I'm not happy with something, I'll quite happily say it.
But I would find other people who are saying, "Yeah, I'm quite happy here."
Well, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, but you say the key thing is the management team who are on the ground here right now.
Yeah, and I couldn't ask for anyone better. You completely feel safe around them, and they do their job. They're always around, and they make sure everyone's safe and happy. They're even building a park here at the end of this month, being put in for the kids. So not only that, they're caring. And if it weren't for places like this, with the council being overrun, where would our kids be? They could be out on the street or lumbered in care. So it's places like this that is a godsend, because I was in that situation where my kids were going to sleep in a car because we had nowhere to go. And this place came along because I wanted to get a privately rented place. I had the money for that. But because I didn't earn £35,000 a year and my partner didn't, I weren't accepted by any estate agents. And because I had part DSS, they didn't want that either. So we had no luck with estate agents not even finding a privately rented place, and we still can't now.
But in the end of the day, you don't want people. Do you feel you don't want people all tarred with some brush? But you're saying
I don't think people should be tarred with the same brush. And every person is an individual. We're all in the same situation at the end of the day, whether it's come from a nice background or a bad background. Everyone's been dealt with either a good hand or a bad hand, and unfortunately, people like us here, we have been dealt with a bad hand, but we get on with it, and we're just the same as any normal person. And whether they're rich or poor, we're just the same. We're just dealt with. We just have bad luck, but we deal with it, and our kids are well looked after.
Yeah, Susanna, thank you very much for your time.